Recording in progress.
We're back.
Yeah, this was going on during the fall of 1975. I was still building the Bradley. And after I said yes, it was in November sometime, we were then invited back to Akron.
Might have
To
been
be
even
introduced.
October, late October.
Maybe, yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly. It was fall for sure. And then we were invited back to Akron, I think the first week of December, to sort of be introduced to the community with the idea that I would start working in mid-January of 1976. But we'd worked out all these timeframes, and I was, notifying the people I was working with in Kentucky that I was going to be leaving. When we came to Akron, I think for about 4 days in first week in December, and it was bright, sunny, and comparatively warm. And everyone I met said, "Well, welcome to sunny Akron." Of course, we realized later that that was a real anomaly, that usually that's the time of year when things get really gray around here. But it seemed to be an auspicious beginning. So there were interviews set up. I had a press conference. Of course, I was meeting people in the health department. I was meeting with the division directors in the health department, some of the staff. I was out at the mayor. I was out at the medical school, meeting with the folks out there. They had agreed, by the way, so that their intention to find someone who could work in both places had worked out for both. All three of us, actually. The medical school, I was paid principally through the health department, but the medical school contributed to what the city could offer, so that bumped my salary up enough to be attractive to a physician, I think was the idea. And we came to an agreement that I would work full-time at the health department and part-time at the medical school. And what that translated into in actual work hours was 4 10-hour days with the city and 1 full day with the medical school.
Okay, I got a question. Did you feel that the pressure that was applied on you to take the job was inappropriate?
No, I didn't feel that way. I knew that they had been searching for over a year. I knew that the Health Commission was fairly desperate. I've been with Noble and out to lunch and had a few beers with him and talked about it, and he leveled with me where they were and what was going on, and that he was trying to keep them from hiring some people he didn't think would have been good in the position.
And Bill was the perfect candidate because he was a physician, which they were looking for. He had his MPH from Harvard, no less, and was doing the kind of job that they were offering. So he was the perfect candidate.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, he was nice.
Yeah, whatever.
He and Noble got along just really great.
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember, but I imagine the mayor liked him. And so, and the medical school people liked him. So it was, a match made in heaven. And I can certainly understand why they would push.
Mm-hmm. The mayor didn't have much to say. It was John Ballard. John was, he just was there to welcome me to the city, to encourage me to take the job. And he did all of that.
Who was your favorite person out of all the people who you kind of got to know at that time? Was there somebody that you'd say, I really like this particular individual, and they were a factor in my being happy here?
Well, Noble Chirard was the key for me.
He's the reset. Here, I'm going to do a little reset.
Recording stopped.